I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey, well, I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need.
When someone works for less pay than she can live on, when, for example, she goes hungry so that you can eat more cheaply and conveniently, then she has made a great sacrifice for you. She has made you a gift of some part of her abilities, her health, and her life. The working poor, as they are approvingly termed, are in fact the major philanthropists of our society. They neglect their own children so that the children of others will be cared for. They live in substandard housing so that other homes will be shiny and perfect. They endure privation so that inflation will be low and stock prices high. To be a member of the working poor is to be an anonymous donor, a nameless benefactor to everyone else. Barbara Einrich. Ehrenreich goes through a variety of different jobs during her time of research. One of the jobs she took upon was Walmart. At Walmart, she only got paid minimum wage, which is $7.25. Working as many hours as she could, she found it difficult to afford the apartment she was staying in. This makes you wonder, what if she had people she needed to provide for, such as children? Many people that Ehrenreich came upon barely scraped by and living on week-to-week paychecks. They couldn't afford to find a higher-paying job because the application process and drug testing takes so long they can't afford to waste any time that could be used making money because every cent counts.
Money, money, money must be funny in a rich man's world.
Society's idea of the American dream is to have security within your health and wealth. People strive to achieve this dream, and we categorize people in classes based on how well they have achieved this so-called dream. People associate poverty with the unemployed, but in many cases, a majority of people in poverty are working. They just get paid such low wages that they don't have a sufficient amount of money to stabilize themselves. This continual poverty is far from what people see as the American dream, and that is why people categorize them as lower class. Ehrenreich sees this firsthand through her encounters with a plethora of workers. When the cost of living is more than a job provides you, one would turn to welfare assistance. And when doing so, Ehrenreich was faced with unkind people that only were there to benefit the unemployed. For example, not only are the unemployed struggling, but so are the single moms who work all day and can barely scrape enough money together to provide for their children. Ehrenreich points out that the flaw in our government is that they do not provide enough welfare for the people who are desperately in need. The low wages that workers need to survive trap them in a cage that they can't get out of, because if they search for a higher paying job, they are taking time away from the job that is providing them their well-being.
Money, money, money must be funny in a rich man's world.
My guess is that the indignities imposed on so many low-wage workers, the drug tests, the constant surveillance, being reamed out by managers, are part of what keeps wages low. If you're made to feel unworthy enough, you may come to think that what you're paid is what you are actually worth. It is hard to imagine any other function for workplace authoritarianism. Managers may truly believe that without their unremitting efforts, all work would quickly grind to a halt. That is not my impression. While I encountered some cynics and plenty of people who had learned to budget their energy, I never met an actual slacker or, for that matter, a drug addict or a thief. On the contrary, I was amazed and sometimes saddened by the pride people took in jobs that rewarded them so meagerly, either in wages or in recognition. Often, in fact, these people experience management as an obstacle to getting the job done as it should be done. Overall, Ehrenreich shows us through her experiment that our society and economy are corrupt. Indignities are purposely imposed on low-wage workers to make them feel worthless and that they are being paid what they deserve. Personality tests, drug tests, and surveillance are what makes these workers feel as though they deserve this treatment. And even if they disagree, they are too scared to speak up and possibly lose their only source of income. I grew up hearing over and over, to the point of tedium, that hard work was the secret of success. Work hard and you'll get ahead, or it's hard work that got us where we are. No one ever said that you could work hard, harder even than you ever thought possible, and still find yourself sinking ever deeper into poverty and debt.